Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Queen's Wish 2 the Tormentor, and we are in our first fort, Fort Meadow 4. We were under attack by some raiders, so we need to speak to General Miranda, find out what's going on here. When General Miranda turns to face you, you can see the relief on her face. You have a reputation for being unpredictable, but given the miserable state of the fort, any help is desperately welcome. Well, actually, I don't know why I'm still considered unpredictable, because I couldn't upload. If I would have uploaded my gameplay from the first game, if I had a code, would this all changed? I don't think the dialogue would have changed. I don't think the game is that advanced enough to do that. Because I was not unpredictable. She wasn't away. She waves away her scouts to return to their jobs, turns to you and bows. Princess Corinne, it is an honor to be working for you again. I wish I had a better report to give. I think I'm done with the role. Please help me to get home. So you're a general now. I'd like to know more about what you've been up to. Yeah, I need to report. What is your status? She looks at the backs of their departing scouts. Not terrible, actually. We have been raided by a small determined force from the mountains of the Row. They have taken several locations and are holding them. Prince Sutter has already departed to dislodge them from a few mines they seized. He believes that their leader is there. So who sent this attack and why? Unknown. The force was small, fortunately. Prince Sutter hopes to grab one of their leaders and question the prisoner vigorously. So who are the attackers? A mix of raiders from the Lowell Daga and Ka Wolves. Interestingly, the Ka Wolves seem to have been obeying the humans. This is rare and strange. Ka Wolves can be trained, but it is very difficult. Perhaps Sage Harlan can investigate this question in calmer times. Sage Harlan was in our other one too. Is Fort Meadow 4 under attack? Not currently. The raiders bypassed us, heading directly to Port Osborne, no doubt to abduct or kill you. The raiding force is small, but their actions are a true outrage against the dignity of Haven. So Fort Meadow 4 is an odd name. Yes, I thought it was too. Oh, yes, well, early settlers called it Fort Meadow because the gentle coast is so, meadowy. But all forts of Haven have to have different names, and when the settlers reported the fort name, a 4 was appended to it. Records, rules, you know. So what is the status of Fort Meadow 4 now? As you can see, it's pretty gruesome. Haven's fortifications and the Rue have been neglected to an extent that Prince Sutter found, he said a lot of loud words, I can imagine, yeah. We will be counting on you to direct its rebuilding. First, however, Prince Sutter left some orders for you. So I already have more orders? Your older brother was fairly insistent. He wants the raiders driven out and the areas they stole liberated. I can relay his precise instructions to you. First, however, you should recruit some soldiers. Well, I would imagine. Yeah, I need to recruit soldiers? I have seen firsthand how competent a warrior you are. However, assaulting a raider's stronghold alone would be... Prince Sutter was very insistent that you have help. Happily, the 3 soldiers who escorted you here are still at your service. 3 warriors? I could actually use a lot more, like 50. Well, you're only going to get 3 because that's all that were allowed. General Miranda gives you a weak smile. Usually those on a stealthy or diplomatic mission travel with a smaller complement. Also, 3 is all we have to spare. My apologies. When you are ready, please find me in my office. She turns and enters the trading hall. In this conversation to learn how to recruit more warriors, make a full party of 4. Yep. To edit your party, press this button. Yep, there it is now. It ended up here. Okay, press to make new characters. Okay, so are you done? You did go inside, didn't you? I wanted to ask you questions about yourself. Alright, so we already have Corinne. What is this? Delete character. I can make more characters, and you can some of the characters you can make are from the different areas and they have different abilities, so you really want to hold off creating any new ones until you get into those areas. You're not allowed to anyway until you get into those areas. Ha 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 ha. So, and you can only do... Come on. No. Come on, I can't get out of this. I don't want... Okay, I don't want to do that. No, no, no. No. Can we just get out of it? I don't want to do... Oh, just to get it out of here, we're going to do Lurga. He's my go-to guy. Male face. Yeah, he's going to be mean. Hairstyle, that looks fine. Hair color, that looks fine. Extra details. Give him a scar, maybe. Oh, no. Lurga is a shark. So, no. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to do S-Pad. She is... We can edit her. She's fine the way she looks. I'm not going to get into too much details. Well, actually, maybe I do want... I went with a party of all females before, just because, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take him as a warrior, and then these two. There we go. How do we shuffle them around? Number of forts reclaimed, only one. How do we shuffle our party roster? I think there's got to be a way. Come on. Select. Okay, can we... Oh, come on, quit. There's got to be a way to put them in a different order. Roster. Oh my gosh. This is the thing I hated about the game originally. Okay, so what's this over here? World map. See, this is our world map. Okay. We are down here. Wow, this is going to be a big game too. Always is. These are our options. I need to get you up. Alright, so you're going to be a warrior. So you have 3 skill points. So you're going to do little bro, low, and this is steel skin. Now they have passive ones. So when you can do the passive, always do the passive if you can. Alright, then you're going to do whirlwind attacks or stunning. No, whirlwind. I like this, the whirlwind. Okay. So then we need to get those on your quick bar. Okay, but how do we get you up? There's got to be a way to move them up. I know there's got to be a way. No, that just does that. Okay. I know there's got to be a way. Okay, so... At a party... Oh, here we go. This is it. I'm sorry. It was right here the whole time. It was right here the whole time. Okay. There we go. And how come you're hurting? There we go. There we go. Sorry. I need to go into... We have a door here. Aha. This is supplies. Oh, tutorial, please. How do I get rid of my tutorial? Doesn't even give you an option. Maybe eventually it will. So I have a leather cap. Oh yes, we'll take that. Give me some health. This needs... I don't think you have... You. This needs to go to you. Okay. Because you don't have that. You don't even have a weapon. Oh, I should have taken hers. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, remove from party. and add, because she has got weapons. Yes. Oh, she's got the spear. Okay. Give that to me. It's somewhat clunky. Elspeth. Alright. There we go. And then I can do this to you. Oh. Yeah, I know. There we go. Okay, so you can use a shield anyway. Okay, when do you use a shield? That's a main hand. Bronze, yeah, so let's give you the shield. There we go. Okay. Anything else in here I can steal? Doesn't look like it. In the hall to the north, you see a stone portal. This is one of the most prized of Haven's magical artifacts. When it is open and glowing, you can walk through it to the Palace of Haven and back. Only those who have been touched by a certain spell can use the portal, usually royalty. Of course, it was applied to you at birth. The portal consumes great energy and tends to make the user very nauseated. A vomiting pot is provided. Still, when someone important needs to be moved somewhere very quickly, this is the best method. Yeah. We can also talk to, you approach the portal. It leads back to Sharon's palace, your home. When you get close, an invisible hand brings you back. You have to have the Queen's permission to walk through this portal. When travel through it is allowed, you will be told. Until then, you are stuck here. Oh, I thought I would be able to talk to them. That's usually how we spoke to our family members back home, was through the portal before it got activated again. Anything here I can... Nope. Stairs going up. Okay. We need your help. I'm investigating. I'm going around and looking at stuff before we start talking here. Oh, Stonehouse. Oh, he's my servant if I remember right. The upper floor of the hall is dedicated to the business of Haven. General Miranda managed to clean it up a little before you arrived. It isn't an entire ruin. Your bedroom is to the west. You are desperately relieved to see your most prized piece of equipment, your butler, Stonehouse. He was sent to Fort Meadow 4 ahead of you, and he seems to have survived the raider attack so far. He stands at attention, waiting to see to your royal needs. His face is calm, and his eyes have their constant look of haunted despair. Yeah, haunted despair, for sure. Waiting outside your quarters, you find Stonehouse. He has been your butler since you were a small child. Now, while you were being stalked by brigands and carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, he has been here, hiding, safe and comfortable. His face looks a little different. He hands you a warm, moist towel as you approach to clean the dirt of the road off from your face. His eyes have his usual mix of terror, despair, and quiet resignation. Hello, Princess. As always, I await your command. Stonehouse, you abandoned me. Stonehouse, I was denied my customary breakfast. Stonehouse, my clothing desperately needs treating to. Stonehouse, why are you lurking back here like a coward? I am so sorry, Princess. Prince Sutter directed me to come here and prepare your rooms while you were at the port. When the raiders attacked, I failed to emerge and single-handedly battle them, as my death would only free me from my servitude. Oh, Remind me to have you flogged. As long as you are very sorry, I will give you just this one chance to redeem yourself. I apologize, Stonehouse. I know you were doing your best under very difficult circumstances. You would never say that. I would never say that? What? Yes, I would. Oh my god, I was nice to him before. They're kind of forcing my hand about my whole demeanor now, aren't they? I will give you just this one chance to redeem yourself. Well, as long as you are very sorry. I am sorry, Princess. Regret consumes me. Guilt devours my insides. Though I am unworthy to ask, is there anything I can do for you? Oh, any messages for me? Go downstairs to check the mirror frequently. It is currently silent. Oh, so there's a mirror. I need some information. Stonehouse nods. You have always used him as a conduit to find out what your family and the lower classes are thinking. You can get a variety of information from him. Are we making progress? What does my mother think of me? The reputation of strength or weakness? What do the people know? That is all. I have a job for you. I need my clothes cleaned and pressed. The Raja deserved to see what a truly civilized person looks like. I will make sure that your garments speak only the best of Haven. My armor and weapons must be polished. Indeed, the Raja exists in a state of constant, warfare, so I bought my best polishers and brushes. It will be done. That is all I need. Thank you. Alright. Your approval does so much to tamp down my unending despair. Oh, he's just too funny. I should be able to see some of my equipment up here. I think. Okay. General Miranda and Stonehouse, working together, attempted to set up quarters for you worthy of a princess of Haven. Of course, they failed. God, really? I just don't like the whole tone of this. The meal left out for you is cold, and the cask of wine left for you is of a subpar vintage. Could be worse. Your wild youth left you with a bit of a reputation in the known lands. As a result, you do have food and wine, and the bed has proper sheets and a pillow. You can rest in beds like this one to recover your strength. A chest awaits in the center of the room, doubtless full of equipment necessary for survival. When you are on a quest and receive a reward item, you can't carry it. It will appear in this chest. Oh, when you are on a quest and receive a reward item, you can't. Cool. Okay, so there's my bed. Alright, so I have an iron short blade, crude bronze wood spear. This armor will block half damage. You haven't built enough carpenters to maintain it. Leather armor, leather cap. This goes into tier 1 arcane. Not enough magic skills. This would go to my and cloth gloves. Okay, so this has to be better than what my ceremonial blade is. Yep. And it can be augmented. Yeah. And this bow is probably, I got a crude bow already, so it's the same. Bronze spear, okay. Leather armor. Yep. Leather armor. My leather cap is the same. Get gloves. Cool. Alrighty. So, give you the cap, give you this better spear. I'm gonna sell that. You would get this, I believe. Okay, so this is gonna be better than what you presently have. Currently using a bronze spear. It's the same. 6 to 14. Okay, so the spear he does augment. But you don't have a hat. Okay, so we'll give you that. I think it's you that has the yes, can you augment this? Empty slot. Tier 1 absorbs. Yep, it goes on their offhand. So 2% damage up to 2. One moment. Yeah, they were doing pest control in my apartment today. So, alrighty. So that's where we at. So we got everybody. So this is where I can go to get stuff. That's cool. Alright. What's in here? Oh, you find the library of Fort Meadow 4. It is the most intact and well-protected room in the fort. Haven's symbol is the scroll for a reason. Treaties, records, histories, and communication are much of the source of Haven's power. A lone figure wanders among the dusty stacks. You remember him as Sage Harlan, yep. He was one of Miranda's assistants back when she was but a lowly chief on Sacramentum. Oh, that's who she was. Yes, I remember. Yeah, yep, she was the chief. So now she is a general. When Harlan sees you, he turns and bows, his arms heavy with a load of delicately balanced scrolls. I'm so glad you made it safely, Princess Corinne. I know little about the role so far, but I will help however I can. Okay, so these little things here give us history. Haven's secrets of power. The true founders of Haven created the pattern of their domination. Look for lands full of small, warring powers. Ally with the most powerful one and give it the magic and weaponry needed to defeat its enemies. In return, once this chosen faction takes power, demand trade and partial control of that nation, making it a vassal state. If the nation ever tries to back out of the deal, ally with one of its rivals and help Haven's new friend destroy the disobedient former vassal state. Then demand loyalty from the shattered nation that remains. God, this is just horrible. But this is probably how they really do it. The Roja follows this pattern mostly. There is always a faction that will take control on behalf of Haven. However, they will almost always rebel soon after. The Ro are a very independent-minded people, as all nations ought to be. Ro works of interest. The Roja, for all its reputation as a land of mindless warriors, has a long history of natural science and magical study. However, they like to keep their knowledge secret. We have heard of some intriguing titles Haven should copy. Their Uruko continues to do research, though its pace has slowed during the recent decades of neglect by Haven. We have heard of books called Erudico Principles, Erudico Earth Law, and Erudico Sky Signs. Of course, these can probably be stolen from Erudico halls. The shamans of the Canaris Woods have started to actually write down some of their centuries of natural study. We have not yet found a copy of the work, Beasts of the Groves. Look for one where their shamans reside. A few of the stone masters of the Low Danga have noted interesting qualities of the rocks they dig up. Look for a copy of Layers of Stone in their workshops. The Mist Talkers, yeah, that's what it is, but the Mist Talkers of the High Lith have also begun to write down some of what they have learned. They are particularly careful about keeping their secrets. Where the Mist Talkers live and study, look for a copy of Lives of the Dead. Okay. Lives of the Dead. Nice to see you again. Yes, nice seeing you too. Let's see what's over here before we talk to you. Anything I can take? Oh, these are my companions. My, okay. So I can rest here too, I guess. Or I would want to, I don't know. Find fur. Didn't say I couldn't steal it, so I did. This is the washroom. Anything here? Alright, let's talk to Sage Harlan. Yeah, that kind of looks like him. Sage Harlan sits down his scrolls, invites you into his library, and eagerly pours you a cup of tea. I'm so glad that you are here. I've been in a lot of Haven's vassals, but this one is the messiest since, well, Sacramentium. It is an honor to work with you again. As you talk, Stonehouse pokes his head through the door behind you. Ah, he must be lonely. Oh my gosh. I remember you. Well met. I am gratified that you remember me, and I am happy to be of assistance again. I don't have a blade, but I have knowledge. I can help direct the blades to where they would do the most good. So what do you do for Haven? I am a sage. I collect knowledge. I keep records. I write contracts. We sages maintain the framework of knowledge and laws upon which our glorious empire hangs. As for me in specific, I am in General Miranda's retinue. So you follow General Miranda? I have that good fortune. We met in Sacramentium, and I was lucky enough to hitch myself to her star. She has risen in status quickly, and she has taken me with her to her postings. Done much traveling lately? Since our time in Sacramentium, the General and I were posted in 6 different vassal states. I have learned much, reached many libraries. None of them, however, were as colorful as the row. Outside you hear Stonehouse mutter, or as violent. Sage Harlan sets down his scrolls and invites you into his library. Okay, so I want to know more about the Roca? Yes, this fascinating land, a small land with rich resources and a wild history, one of Haven's vassals for over 200 years, most of them peaceful. I know little about it so far, I'm afraid. I am learning quickly, and I can share what I know. The Roca has 4 provinces: the Gentle Coast, the Cranus Woods, the Low Denga, and the High Litha. Tell me about the Gentle Coast. This is where we are now. It is the coastland, the least rocky and most hospitable of the lands of the Row. Traditionally, it is the safest place to be, also the wealthiest. Stonehouse emits a choking cough. However, the other provinces have developed a great dislike for the Gentle Coast. So why is the Gentle Coast so wealthy? They control the ports and the main roads through the land, thus they profit from all trade. They are the ones who deal with outsiders most as well. They are the ones who deal with outsiders most as well. Okay, why is the Gentle Coast disliked? It is wealthy and constantly deals with outsiders. This has resulted in a weakening of the warrior spirit, I suppose. The coast is seen by some as abandoning the ways of the Roca. They have a point. Once raiders from the Low Denga would never have raided this land with such ease. Haven has had a pacifying influence here, I mean, not inland. Yeah, we do have a tendency to do that, don't we? Most conquered lands end up becoming pacified. So what is the Cranus Woods? Thick forest. It has not been heavily exploited. The Row there tend toward nature worship. Understandable given the strong natural natural magic. This region has a number of mines that produce quality iron. So the woods are a source of iron? Seems odd. You can find all sorts of metals in these peaks. The people of the Cranus like to dig mines, as it enables them to make a living while leaving their sacred groves alone. So there's a strong natural magic here? Explain. Oh, it's nothing unusual. Most of our vassals have regions with pockets of powerful natural magic. This tends to result in a crude form of worship, harmless as long as it's left alone. The Cranus Woods have some sacred groves, again, not unusual in Haven's vassals. No, because we've run across those before in Sacramentium. Tell me about the beliefs of the Raja. Honestly, it is hard to get accurate information about them. Previous accounts of the Ro tend to be colored with excessive hatred and fear. Stonehouse says, excessive is not the word I would use. Appropriate, maybe. They have been conquered by many empires, and their jagged, hostile land has bred a nation of fierce warriors. Their ferociousness is well known. Yes, the Ro can be surprisingly hard to provoke. Once a blade is drawn, however, the one who wields it is determined to win or die. The Ro who drinks and chats with you one day might try to kill you the next. Once he attacks, he will be difficult to defeat, even for a Havanite. Well, they are conquered a lot. History records History records 3 unsuccessful occupations before ours. Each seemed to be going well for years. Then weakness was shown, and the Roja struck back. They attempted to defeat Haven a century ago. And they are also trying right now, Stonehouse helpfully adds. Why are the rules so hard to understand? Sage Harlan chuckles and gives his stacks of books a reproachful look. There is a concept in the Roka unique among our vassals. Each role carries within something called a deep truth. Deep truth? What the person truly believes. It is stored like a treasure, deep within, never shared, never revealed. As long as the deep truth is still there, a role can do whatever it takes to survive. However, it means that most you meet will never ever tell you what they actually believe. It makes learning about them a delightful challenge. So they have a deep truth. So you're trying to learn about the Roja? Need any help? For the barest hint of a moment, you see a glint of greed in Harlan's eyes. You recognize this look well. When you are a princess, everyone wants something from you. Haven knows so little about the Roja. We have not explored it seriously for 20 years. What have they learned? What do they believe? The libraries at Haven ache for fresh books. And what do you need? There are many learned people about the Roka. The Rudiko. Their cast of researchers is still active. They have many shamans, many sages. See if you can get books from them, books that reflect what they have learned in the last few decades. If you can bring them to me, I can use them to increase the wealth of all of Haven. Where might these books be found? I found that already on the podium. Anywhere, I think, but you are most likely to find them around the Arudiko or other shamans. Don't take any risks, of course. Stonehouse says, yes, no risk. This is what everyone who wants something says. Why is he even interjecting? I don't get it. I have learned of some works that might be valuable. He points at a journal on a nearby podium. My notes are there. Okay, any more questions? I have hunted for your books. No, I don't have any books to give you right now. Okay, you have a new quest to see or press the journal. Across the Rue, knowledge of the Rue. Yep. Okay. So that's our talk with him. Stonehouse, keep to yourself, bud. Now let's go talk to... Wait a minute, there's more stuff to get into down here first. We're looking around. Oh, there's the mirror. As you approach Miranda's office, you walk by a gleaming mirror. This is a remarkably useful magical device. It enables people to speak with each other over great distances. For example, it enables your mother to nag and pester you from the thousands of miles away. At the moment, it looks like an ordinary mirror. No messages for you. If it sparkles, that it means someone wants to speak with you. Each of Haven's 7 forts has one of these mirrors. You can check them often to get information. Sometimes this knowledge will be useful. Oh, so that's different because in the Conqueror, you had to go back to Haven's Fort, and that was the name. It was Haven's Fort, Fort Haven, to always speak to the mirror. So now they're going to have one in each fort. So how can we afford to do this? You look into the mirror, you see you. Nobody is trying to speak with you right now. When the mirror sparkles, someone is trying to contact you. Okay. There's General Miranda. Okay. So who was up here? Oh, that's another person. Any stuff I can take? Don't see anything sparkling. It's easy to miss stuff sometimes, though, too. Oh, that took me outside. Alright. So before we talk to Miranda, let's speak to... I will retire soon. Chief Cestus. I don't remember her. This used to be a grand hall where emissaries from Haven met with leaders of the row. Like everything else in Fort Meadow 4, it is neglected and depressing. At least there is still one official here to speak for your nation. She is an old woman. She doesn't look that old here. Wearing ill-fitting leather armor, it bears the insignia of a chief, a commander of one of your proud forts. When you approach, she slumps in her chair and lets out a tired sigh. It is an honor to meet a princess of Haven after all these quiet years. I am Chief Cestus. I have served in Fort Meadow 4 for many years. Now that you have looked around, I'm sure you have much to say. Her voice is fitting, tired and defeated. I have had a chance to inspect your fort, yes. Chief Cestus nods. It was inevitable that this reckoning would come. We await your judgment. Things seem to be going good. Your fort is not in good shape. This fort is a shame for Haven. You should be flogged. Your fort is not in good shape. Chief Cestus nods. That is the kindest possible way to state the truth. This fort is useless. It doesn't have to always be that way, though. Haven has returned. Perhaps I can still be of use. How did you come to be a chief here? My first posting was in the Rokja over 30 years ago. I served all over this land. Then I was honored with this post I served my entire career here. I even remember when you visited. You were a small child, and the last time royalty of Haven came here before now. Wow. So 30 years is a long time. Yes, most officers of Haven choose to travel from time to time, see the world, stay fresh. I chose to have roots. So you chose to stay here? I love this land. Even though they are on the brink of war with us now, I admire their spirit. Also, we are their overlords, the sun and their sky. Even though we ignore them, I settled down, raised a family here. It happens. So any long-term plans? I will do everything to help you return peace to the row. Then I will retire. I will stay here, no matter what cost. Then you can replace me with someone up to the job of rebuilding. So what happened to Fort Meadow 4? You are my princess, so I must be honest. It was neglect. After your father, consort Dremel died, the Roja was forgotten, or that is how it has seemed all these years. I take full responsibility for the state of Fort Meadow 4. My underlings share no responsibility. This is an adequate response. You should be punished for your negligence. Actually, I need a more honest answer than that. I actually need a more honest answer than that. The chief sighs. We did not get support or resources. We were allowed to decay. It was as simple as that. Resources due to us were diverted. Quality officers soon learned not to serve here. Did you not tell Haven what was happening? I did as often as I could safely do so. I did not want to annoy the queen, but I tried to let her and Princess Delia, that's her name, Delia, know of the difficulty of their situation. She realizes that she is going too far. They rule. They see the entire empire. I have no right to question them, but they were told. So how long have you been neglected? Quite a few years. Your father, Consort Dramo, was from here. After he died, our land was abandoned. She looks at you. I saw you when you were a child. Your whole family visited here. This was long ago. You look like him. Oh, that's why they looked familiar. Okay. That makes sense now. That all makes sense now. Why, they looked similar to me in the mirror because I look like my father, who was from this land. Duh. You did the best you could with what you were given. And yet, it wasn't good enough. We may be facing a new uprising, and we are not ready. A true Havenite would have found a way to do better. Even if you don't judge me, I will. So how did you come to be chief here? My first posting was in the okay. I already went through all that. So I will need support for my mission here. Of course, Princess, what little we have is yours. I should call your attention to the mirror and the portal. We have created quarters for you upstairs. There are supplies and a place to rest there. Any real help, however, will have to come from General Miranda. It is an honor to have her here. In return, I may occasionally need your judgment. So tell me about the mirror. I already know. It is right outside this office. When it sparkles, someone is trying to talk to you. It is how Sharon's palace speaks with us. It has been quiet for a long time, but now that you are here... So tell me about the portal. It is in one of the northern halls. It leads back to Sharon's palace. Once you are done with the Rue, I expect that you will be using it to return home. And what about my quarters? They are upstairs, looked over by your butler. You can rest and store excess equipment there. We will give our lives to keep you safe. And tell me about General Miranda. She has taken over my office to the east. She is extremely quick and competent, I must say. Much needs to be decided about the future of the Rokja. When you have made a decision, it must be delivered to her. So you may need my judgment? This is the foremost of Haven's forts and the Rokja. Sometimes we need to judge legal disputes for our vassal states. Yeah, and we did that in Port Haven, in Sacramentium. The most difficult ones are brought to this hall for me to judge. It can be very difficult, and I could use help. Please, drop by this hall from time to time. I may need your wisdom for a trial. Now that an uprising has begun, I am no longer sufficient to handle the trickiest bits of diplomacy. Okay. Anything I can do to help you restore the fort? Not yet. Right now, Prince Sutter's orders override all. I understand he wants Spire Top Lighthouse retaken. General Miranda can tell you more. Once that is done, speak with me again. I might be able to help you. Okay. Alrighty. So, I do have a new quest. How can I have a new quest? Knowledge the fort's restoration. Okay, retaken, speak with chief. Okay. Now it's time to go talk to her. Oops, sorry, wrong place. We need to stabilize. I know. Oh, you have a thing over here in your corner. The Empire of Haven. Haven is one of the greatest powers in the known lands. It is an empire and not shy about admitting it. Its conquests are not gained by war usually, but by diplomacy, cunning, and clever use of its small but highly disciplined military and powerful wizards. It is in its early days, Haven was one of many small, wild, violent city-states, more disciplined, more cautious, but still one of many. Haven has its own warriors and wizards. They fight and very well. However, there are not enough of them to conquer the world by force of arms. Thus, it is by alliances that Haven grows. That is why Haven's symbol is the scroll. Oh, okay, now I understand that. Okay. Haven makes deals, and it lives by them. Haven buys the independence of smaller powers, and it is brutal when they try to regain it. But you would think somebody would, try to, knowing that we don't have the power, that we don't have an army that would withstand an assault, you'd think they would come against us, but they never do they? General Miranda says, what else do you need? Princess, I can give you guidance and support as needed. I have recruited more soldiers, now what? Now I can relay Prince Sutter's message. There is something he wants you to do. Not me, of course. I would never give orders to royalty of Haven, but... well, he told me what I have to say. Sutter wants me to do something? Fine. What? So when they were rushing south, a handful of the raiders went east. They grabbed control of Spire Top Lighthouse. Prince Sutter wants you to go there and retake it. Get what intelligence you can. Do Haven proud. Bear the flag high. All the usual. You have completed a quest by reaching Fort Battles 4. This has given you enough experience to give you a level. When you end the conversation, you will learn how to train your characters. I already know how to do that. So what is Spire Top Lighthouse? She checked some notes on her desk. It's a lighthouse, constructed by Haven. Helps merchant ships through a particularly jagged area of sea. It is not hugely significant in the scheme of things, but even one tower held by this rabble is too many. The prince's words. Where is the lighthouse? Leave Fort Meadow 4 and travel east on the roads. Follow the signs. So, and we don't know how many enemies are there? And Sutter is sending me? Oh, Prince Sutter gave me a response in case you express such a sentiment. She nervously picks up a scrap of paper. Please, these are your brother's words, not mine. Okay, go on. She reads from the paper. Corinne, quit your whining and show this rabble what Haven can do. No enemy force could ever be too large. General Miranda winces. I'm not sure that is true, but it is what he said. We await news of your victory. Okay. But I have more. So you're a general now. I'd like to know more about what you've been up to. Oh, I'm sorry, Princess. I'm sure we will have time to talk later. For now, Prince Sutter was very insistent that I follow his orders and ignore distractions. Oh, come now. You can ignore my brother for a bit. Getting stuck between two squabbling royalty is not a situation General Miranda enjoys at all. I'm so sorry. I think I had best follow the directions of the man who might be king someday. No offense. I want to know more about Prince Sutter. Of course, he arrived not long before you, in the greatest of haste. He received my report, gave some orders and some things about you, and departed immediately. So what did he say about me? Oh, she greatly regrets mentioning it. You make it clear that you expect an answer. He said, I managed to get sister out of bed and doing something. Corinne should be useful for once. General Miranda looks deeply unhappy. But I did sacrament him. And where did he go? To hunt brigands to the north. He thinks that he can find and question their leader and learn why this raid happened. And will the prince be safe? I devoutly hope so. I am not worried. Everyone knows that Prince Sutter is enormously gifted in battle. As are you. That is enough of this topic. Of course, Princess. There is much to do. Okay. Alrighty. So, I thought I leveled up. Oh, this is how. When it gives... No? I thought I leveled up. I don't have any skill points. That's it. Okay. How are you? You've just gained a level. Your characters now have more health and energy, and their abilities and attacks will be more effective. Okay, here we go. So, I do want to do my passives. Skill skin. Always do passives when you can. And this is a passive here too. Most of these are... no. I also have culture. I'm the only one that has culture. Which I do have to, so you have magic, support, and culture. And I think I'm the only one that has the culture. No, he's got cultural too. So what's the difference between... Oh, I have this here. Haven's Might. So they changed that because before I was the only one who had the cultural. Okay, so let's give him what are these? Shield Shatter, Mad Flurry, Call Battle. You can learn this ability from someone in the... Oh, these are things that... Oh, these all have to be learned from somebody else. Okay, so your combat. So if I do Brutal Blow at level 2, gains extra 25% damage bonus and more bleeding. Bleeding is amazing. Or I could do Stunning Shot. Or evasive charm. Blinding blow. Your next attack with your weapon, melee, or missile will do 24% extra damage and weaken your foe, reducing its damage. So do I want to spend it on this for bleeding or this? Bleeding is a good thing to have. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Okay. And then hers, she's doing magic or support? She's doing support. Okay. We need to increase her healing. Heals 10% more. But she also has passive battle medic. Always gives your heals and blesses a 20% chance of not costing. Oh, that's new. Chance of not costing action points. That's pretty darn good. And your support, your magic. Okay, so support is the healing. But I could give her healing too if I wanted to. This is passive ability, always active, gives 20% bonus to all afflictions. Yeah, always do the passive. Okay. So you had an extra think on you now? No, you didn't. Oh, I just increased your... Okay. And did I, though? What did I do? Nope, I didn't. Okay. So I need to walk in and walk out. To get us leveled up. Alright. There we go. That gets us healed up. I have nowhere to get any equipment. So, my map. So I need to go to the lighthouse to the east. There's Port Osborne. Here it is. I keep going to the west, so I need to go over here. But I can go back down this way. Do I want to go back down here and kill all these people and level up? That's the only way we can level up, really. And, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. And when we come back, we are going to be exploring. I think I'm going to go back down to Port Osborne. We can do this at our own leisure. We don't have to go by his. And kill some people. And level up, get some equipment, all that good stuff. So, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.